All right. So we are going to get real intimate today because I got some stuff to say. And I feel like it needs to be said. You know what I'm saying? Like, people are getting too lost in the sauce. And I'm here to let it be known that it's time for y'all to get on some act right. It's time for y'all to get y'all's act together, figure out what goals you want to reach, knock them hoes out, no pun intended, and really just like, do what your purpose is. Like, do what you're meant to do. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are out here lost in the sauce. So, welcome to Ren Rants. This is season 2 of Ren Rants. Y'all know last summer we was just getting started. So, there's little bumps in the road, there's little, tweaks here and there. I was trying to figure out what niche I wanted to do. I was doing it in the car. We don't got to be in the car. We're in the house. We're chilling. So, we're literally going to be like rolling up. This is a very relaxed environment. So if you would like to be a guest on this show, whether it's promoting your business, your music, you just want to talk, you got some stuff to say, you want to say it here at Ren Rants, because we love a good rant, honey. Come on down, let's go. So yeah, like, what up? What's up, folks? Let's get it. Ren Rants season 2. As y'all know, I have lived like 30 lives. If you know, you know. Not only have I lived like 30 lives, I've done some things that I feel like a lot of people these days are super proud of. And I'm just like, I've never been like proud of the fact that I had to do certain things to take care of me and my kids. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, when it comes to judging women, when it comes to judging mothers for doing what they have to do to take care of themselves and their children, now you're just crossing a line. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know in 2026, a lot of people are proud of selling their kitty cat. And it's getting to the point where it's like, okay, you got girls like me who did that shit based off of survival. Turn that air down. Getting a little cold. You got girls like me that literally did things based off of survival. I had to do certain things to take care of my children, my family, make sure we were good, right? So why in 2026, y'all are glamorizing prostitution, y'all are glamorizing being a sex worker in any type of form that it is? I know that girls are on TikTok talking about some come with me as I get ready to go be a midnight ballerina and all that shit. And I'm like, okay. Back when I was doing that shit, baby, listen, it was a whole different world. Like, nobody was proud to get up and say, oh yeah, I gotta go to this club and go make this money so I can take care of myself. Girls were literally putting themselves through college, taking care of their families, buying their mom's house, paying their mom's houses off, just doing all type of stuff, right, to make their lives better. Are you following? So when we glamorize a world that's literally giving survival mode, that's when shit gets weird to me. Not only does it get weird, it's like, okay, I know I'm older. I know I'm 35 years old, and I know the young girls have gotten to this point where they want nice things so bad that they're willing to do whatever it takes to get a Birkin bag, or do whatever it takes to get that $4,000 penthouse condo paid for. And I get it, and I respect the fact that you want more out of life. I actually will give you your kudos for that. What I don't respect is the fact that you're trying to glamorize a world. So I have some notes, and I said, still selling pussy in 2026 as your main income? Yikes. Sis. There was a point in time where girls did what they had to do to get to where they needed to go. Whether you were starting a business, whether you, like I said, was paying off a house, putting yourself through college so you can get a degree, so you can be making the big bucks. It was always an out plan. And I feel like girls these days are using it as a only plan. That is crazy to me. Like, I just can't wrap my head around it. And like I said, it's not a judgment thing because this is not coming from a judgmental space. Like, literally, if you think that I'm judging you, that's your own inner issues, because I'm not judging you. I'm here as a mentor. I'm here as a big sister to tell you it's time to figure something else out, especially if you've been doing it and you're giving your money to a man. A lot of these girls, see, I live in Las Vegas, Nevada. And a lot of these girls are so lost in the sauce that they allow someone's son to convince them that going out there and selling yourself and then bringing back the money to me so I can make your life better. That's just crazy to me. Like, I'm not judging though, because like I said, I've been there, done that. It didn't last long for me though, because give me a month or two, maybe even 3. Once I start realizing that, you know what, this is not making sense. This is not benefiting me in any way. It's only benefiting you and yours. I had a man take my money and literally the next day put me out of the house. Talking about this is not for you. Okay, well, give me my money back, bitch. The fuck? Fuck going on? That's some weird ass shit. That's the type of shit that makes you be like, you know what? I'm not doing life right. I am not doing this life thing right. And I have to evaluate, come back, you know what I'm saying? Come back to earth, start from the drawing board, figure out what it is I need to be doing for myself to benefit myself and the people I wanted to benefit. Like, taking care of a grown ass man on my back and my coochie is not gonna work, baby. It's just not. I just knew that wasn't in the stars for me. I know my purpose is greater than that. So I'm gonna give you guys some options. If you are making a lot of money in the sex worker world, right? Or if you're selling it, whatever the case may be, don't look at that money as if it's something that can easily come back. When you hit a lick and you make the bread, invest in something, whether it be a small business idea, whether it be in stocks. If you're the type of person that wants to learn, excuse me, I burped. If you want to learn about, trading and all that stuff, that I know people I can send you to. You know what I'm saying? That I've tried to dabble in all that stuff. I know what's for me. You have to just really find out what's for you. Find out what's a good niche for you. That's going to create a successful cycle in your life. You know what I'm saying? Where you're not having to feel like, oh, I got to go back to the club or I got to go back to selling ass. I'm not in that place anymore. I'm in a different space in my life. So when people are still judging me based off of my past of survival mode, it gets pretty weird. It's like, how are you judging someone of doing something that they felt like at the time that was all the options they had? And if they changed their life for the better, why are you mad? What could you possibly say? Like, that's weird. Like, shit is getting weird. But at the end of the day, you just have to know what's best for you. And if you genuinely feel like, genuinely in your heart, that selling your coochie cat every single day, getting up every day like it's a 9 to 5, selling that coochie cat, who am I to sit here and stop you? I just feel like personally, maybe you don't know there's other options. And if you don't, this is why I'm here. This is my purpose. I've been there, done that. I feel like I'm finally walking in my purpose and I'm using my platform and my voice to speak the honest God truth that everyone else is probably thinking, but they're not going to tell you. They're not going to tell you. But I'm here to tell you. All that aside, I'm also here to really expose myself a little bit because, like I said, no judgment zone here. We don't judge. But I have been with quite a few people in the industry. So I decided to expose myself. And I also want to point out that during this time in my life, I was meeting a lot of different people. And so the party lifestyle, it gets like that sometimes. It gets to the point where You meet these people, and I'm a pretty girl. You know, I feel like when you're a pretty girl, it's not hard to attract the high caliber type of men, if that makes sense. I also carry an energy and aura about me where I know I'm rich and famous too. So what's up? You feel me? But I'm only going to talk about this because I feel like it's something that does need to be talked about, because people be trying to act like that that I ain't been outside, and I've been outside. So it's like, hold on, let me spill some tea, because I got some tea. So back in the day, like around 20, and then I'm gonna also point this out too. When I say I'm going to name drop all the entertainers in the industry that I've slept with, I'm not mentioning athletes. We're gonna leave that for another time, because that could get pretty messy. And we're getting messy today, but we're not gonna get that messy, and y'all aren't gonna fucking trap me into doing it either. So, as you all know, I've been doing music for years. I've opened up for several different artists. Don't ask me why certain things happened when they happened, but they did. Shit was just happening. So, all that aside, I'm going to name the first one. Now, the first one I name, I'm going to also tell a story behind it, because I feel like the story is so interesting because of how it like, because of what went down, you know? So, long story short, I was at the BET Awards in 2022, and I met this particular person in LA, and we hit it off. Apparently, I was told, oh, yeah, you're his type. Once I tell you guys who I'm talking about, because I'm going to put the picture up, then you're going to know, oh, yeah, I can see why you're his type. Whatever. So, long story short, I met this particular person at the BET Awards, and we hit it off. Everything was cool, kicked it. When we got back to Atlanta, because the BET Awards was in California, it was in LA. When we got back to Atlanta, we linked up. Now, I ended up also, I like to use the word networking. I was networking with a couple other artists, and actually liked this particular one. And what's funny is they're on tour right now, and I just went to the concert. So it was really, 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 really weird to see just the reactions, and like, I'm such a psychic. I can read people's minds, and I knew what was going on without it actually being spoken about, but I knew that I was like a topic. You know what I'm saying? My name was brought up. Let's just put it that way. So this particular person was hosting at a club. I was invited by that person, but I was also invited by the other person I networked with, and they're close. So at that point, I was like, oh my God. But you have to understand, okay, in my defense, let me say this. The person I'm talking about was one of my biggest crushes since I was a kid. Okay, so for me, it was like this is going to sound awful, but it was almost like a bucket list. You feel me? Like, I was like, okay, no, I got to do this. You know what I'm saying? Like, it sounds awful when I say it out loud, but keeping it a buck, keeping it real, I was like, no, I got to have this nigga. Like, I got to do it for the culture. I got to do it for the nostalgia, bitch. Like, what? You would have did the same thing, bitch. And to be honest, I know a lot of bitches that's probably done slept with this man. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you're a celebrity and you've been a celebrity since you were a fucking kid, the world is your oyster. You know what I'm saying? You have all the bitches at your feet, at your beck and call. Like, bitches is on your body. You feel me? So I'm not bragging like, oh, it's like, oh yeah, I fuck this. I'm just telling my, you know what I'm saying, my story. So long story short, he was hosting at the club, and I went with the friend, came with the friend, and this person is also famous as well. Y'all, it got kind of crazy towards the end of the night, because it was like we all linked up at his house, and we all left together in the truck. Went to his house. It was like getting to the point where it was like, okay, everybody gotta go. But he was like, without you, talking about me. And I was just like, I was looking like that girl from the court. And then the other nigga was looking at me, and I'm looking at him, and we looking at each other, and I'm like, like, which one? And it was honestly like, this is just coming from a real ass bitch. I never gave a fuck about fucking a homie or that homie hopping allegation shit. I never gave a fuck. Bitch, I'm gonna talk to you and your fucking friends. I need to know what's going on. I need to know who's better. The fuck? So, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like it kind of made him feel some type of way. I hate to say the word broke his heart, but I could see it in his eyes that he was really highly disappointed because he was just like, fuck, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I done lost this bitch to this nigga, like, but it was more so like, I was like, fuck, y'all, it's being a bad bitch is hard sometimes, you know? But long story short, I ended up staying with him. I know it was like one of those, oh my God, what do I do? I ended up staying. Bitch, and I did the fuck. And I can tell you, it wasn't what I expected it to be. It honestly kind of sucked a little bit. In his defense, he was drunk. He had a really good time at the club. He was turned. You know what I'm saying? And if you know, that nigga gets turned. Okay, so long story short, he was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna fuck with you, da da da. Now I'm gonna tell you this too. He said he was gonna give me some bread. I was impressed about it because I'm just like, well shit, whatever. You give it to me, you give it to me. You don't. He didn't give it to me. But he ended up, so the next morning, Ubered me home. Maybe, I don't know if it was a day later, 2 days later, I can't remember the time frame from the next time I saw him. And he texted me, he was like, yeah, we're going to Magic City. Pull up. I got you. And I'm going to give you that bread I told you I was going to give you. I was like, bet. You know what I mean? I was like, oh, this nigga ain't forgot. You know what I'm saying? He's summoned a bitch. You know what I mean? So I'm like feeling myself like, okay, yo, let me go pull up on this nigga. Y'all, why this nigga got so drunk to the point where, bitch, he got so drunk to the point where he started like panicking. You feel me? He started panicking and was like, where's that bread I had? Da, 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 da. And I'm just sitting there like, I don't know what the fuck this nigga talking about. Da, da, da. Ain't got shit to do with me. Mine's in the business that pays me, right? Y'all, why this nigga talking about some everybody empty out their purses? I'm checking purses. Y'all bitches got me fucked up. First the fuck off. Let me tell y'all something about me. I don't know if y'all know this about me. I'm from Chicago. Not that even means anything, but it does. Keep up. I don't tolerate weird, stupid, disrespectful shit. Like, first off, I don't steal. I kill. Scratch that. I was kidding. But whole time, I don't do none of that. I don't do anything bad. I don't steal. I don't kill. I don't do nothing negative that's going to affect anybody else's life. You know what I'm saying? Every decision I've made, I'm not going to lie, has affected my kids. But that's why my kids are where they are. Keep up. So long story short, I'm like, this don't got nothing to do with me. Like, I don't know what the fuck you got going on, but no, this ain't that. I'm not opening up shit. Like, fuck you, right? Y'all, why this nigga started acting crazy? So me, and in my defense, I was drunk too. We gets outside, and I'm not gonna lie, I start going ham like, nigga, who the fuck is you talking to, little nigga? Cause you gotta be mindful. Like, I'm 5'9.5". I don't know how tall this nigga is, but y'all can Google it. He's shorter than me. So I'm like, little nigga, what the fuck going on? This is what happened, y'all. This is just the story. So we literally like are going at it to the point where his niggas is holding him back. The security's holding me back. We about to squabble in that bitch. You feel me? We outside of Magic City. I will never forget that night. I was like, oh my God. It literally depressed me so bad because I was like, what the fuck? When I started sobering up, I realized, like, oh my God, I just got into it with this nigga. I almost beat the shit out of this nigga. That was crazy. Like, that was a crazy situation to even be in. And I'm just like, of course, it's my life. Mind you, this is my life. I know how my life can get. So I'm not really shocked that it happened, but I was just like still kind of like taken aback. Like, whoa, this is crazy. Man, when I say to this day, and then what's fucked up is the friend, I was trying to fuck with him, but every time we linked, I was on my period. And I just felt like that was a sign, like, fuck, like, it's not meant for me to. If every time we link on some, like, you know, feel me? Like, we supposed to link type shit, kick it, you know, do some grown folk shit. And I'm on my period, or I start my period while I'm with you, that is a sign that it's not meant for us to be going there. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I look at stuff as signs. So, next story. Next person. I'm not gonna, like I said, I'm not name dropping. We're inserting pictures. So I will insert a picture right there. Next person. I met this nigga at the club. Now, this nigga right here be lit. Cool ass cat though. Cool ass cat. But he be so lit. Like, we fucked and we were both so drunk. We didn't even wear a condom at all. Like, I will never forget. We were so fucked up. I actually got a video on my phone of this nigga laying there naked drunk. Now, I got a picture of the other nigga too. The fact that I got pictures of these niggas passed out drunk and I have not exposed that, and it's been years, that has to say a lot about my character, right? Am I real? Like, am I right? Because I'm not, like I said, doing this for... Okay, I am now doing it for clout, but I've never been a clout chaser. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I didn't do that before. As a matter of fact, I prided myself on saying, I'm so beautiful and talented, I can get famous on my own. I don't need to get famous off the coattails of nobody else. Well, it's 2026. And y'all motherfuckers ain't fucking with me. So I'm going to have to turn it up a notch. Yeah, it's time to ride on some motherfucking coattails, bitch. I'm riding on the coattails, and I'm having a good time doing it. I'm having a good time. So I met this nigga at the club, and fast forward, I just recently seen him. This is like 2 years after the situation. But go back to that situation, we woke up, and he was like, oh my God. He was like, we didn't even use a condom. Are you clean? Are you good? And I was like, hell yeah, I know I'm clean. I get tested. I just got tested yesterday. So long story short, I was like, no, I know I'm good. Are you good, Mr. Drunk Rapper? The fuck? So he's all like, yeah. Okay, cool. Y'all, why I was like, well, I gotta pay for the parking to get out. And he was like, okay, I'm gonna Apple Pay you. This nigga Apple Pay me $100, y'all. I was like, now, like I said, I wasn't on that type of time. It wasn't like, oh, I fucked him for the money. But I do find that funny and ironic that the niggas that you think are supposed to be generous are really the ones that aren't. So I ended up running into him just recently, and yeah, he's cool as fuck still, but still on that same drunk shit. Like, I just don't understand it with him, but he's cool as fuck. He's cool as fuck. Even the first one I was talking about, he's cool. He said hey to me when I seen him backstage or whatever. But I would tell y'all, like I told y'all, I peeped it. I peeped it with some weird shit going on and some weird energy. And I feel like when you fuck a celebrity and then you run into them again, they always got this weird false sense of like feeling like they gotta like be nice to you. You know what I'm saying? Or like fuck with you a little bit because they're like, oh well, shit, I fucked her. You know what I'm saying? At least I can do is be cool with her or be nice to her. I mean, yeah, true. But more so like, y'all niggas need to like get it together for real. Get it the fuck together because y'all is just all over the fucking place. I'm gonna insert that picture too though. That nigga's cool though. He's cool. He's just crazy. Who else? Ooh, I have another one. Now this one is kind of random, but I did open up for him. I opened up for him in Alabama. Um, you know, we got really cool and close, and he's super, 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 super country and nice. So I feel like that Southern hospitality vibe was always there. We haven't talked in so long. I actually haven't seen him or talked to him in forever. But shout out to him. He's still a cool guy. I be feeling like people like sleep on a real bitch like me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. But I'll insert that picture there too. Who else? I feel like I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I feel like I've blacked out on quite a few of them because I'm like, who else? I feel like there are more, but we're just gonna keep it cute with three. We're gonna keep it cute with three because um I feel like I don't want to give too much, but just give enough to where it's like, oh, okay, I see you grow. You did a little something, something, but there's more. But we're gonna keep it cute. And like I said before, I'm not naming any athletes right now. These were all strictly music artists, music entertainers. Am I open to sleeping with more? Of course. I just recently slept with another one. But like I said, we won't talk about that. We're going to talk about that later, another time. But yeah, so those three. Now, out of the three, which one was the better lay? I'm going to tell you. It was the second one I talked about. I'm going to insert his picture again. I hate to say body T because he's a man, but it's like body T. Clock it. And I just don't know. It was that wild drunk sex, if that makes sense. It was given like we was already like together and we just came home drunk from the club. So I liked that vibe. I liked that. Yeah, like I said, he's cool. Every time I see him, he's always on some cool shit. Every time, like every single time I see him, he's one of the coolest guys. I love his energy. Now that makes me want to call him. No, I'm just kidding. But no, yeah. So I just wanted to come on here and expose that. In the wrapping up of this, never be afraid to share your story. Never be afraid to speak your truth. You know what I'm saying? So many people are caught up in who's gonna judge them. Who's gonna who gives a fuck about that? If you used to sell ass, if you know what I'm saying? Look, quite a few bodies, you know what I'm saying? But it's okay because I'm safe. I protect myself as far as making sure that I'm good. You know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, I'm glad that we're talking about this. Like I told y'all, I got tested yesterday. Everything's good. I am actively getting on PrEP. I have an appointment tomorrow to get on PrEP. And I really highly recommend it because the conversation I had with the doctor yesterday, me and her was like this. You would have thought we was best friends, the way we was talking. This lady's telling me all the tea in the city of Vegas. Okay? She's like, it's so many people infected with HIV that it's so scary out here. And so I understand people get caught up in the lifestyle of going out, meeting people. We get drunk. We sleep with these people. But you have to ask yourself, if they are doing that with you, fucking you drunk, not wearing a condom, most likely they're doing that with multiple other people. So, and this is not a judgment. You know what I'm saying? I'm not judging. I'm just saying in general, this is what's happening. So since we're living this lifestyle of we're single, we're sleeping with who we want, and it's all fun and games, but you don't want to die behind that. You can still protect yourself. So ladies, even males, I feel like everyone, and this is just me using my platform. I even told her I was going to do this. Using my platform and my voice to educate people. Go to a free clinic. Go get tested. They call it the AIDS Foundation, AFH, I believe. They test you for free here in Las Vegas, Nevada. There's no excuses. You know what I'm saying? And you can find out your status, get educated on what's going on. God forbid if you come up positive, they give you free treatments. They can help you. You know what I'm saying? So there's no reason to be out here ignorant, suffering. Like, what? Like, it's time to really, y'all need to grow up. Because a lot of people are out here wilding. And it's okay. Have a good time. But just be responsible. So I recommend getting on PrEP. I cannot wait to get on PrEP. The education behind it is just so extensive. Like, it's so much stuff, but I recommend you to go to your nearest clinic, talk to a doctor, talk to someone, a nurse or whoever, and get educated and find out what's going on in the world, because it's a scary place. And we want to have fun and have a good time. But y'all bitches is out here selling ass. And oh, I use condoms. Condoms break, baby. Condoms break. Like, imagine fucking a trick and the condom breaks. Yikes. So if you're on PrEP, you can protect yourself from, God forbid, what a person has if they are, you know what I'm saying, infected with something. Just take care of yourself. I say all this to say, take care of yourself, love yourself, because if you don't love yourself, nobody will love you. Get closer to God. Period. But it's okay to have fun. You know what I'm saying? Turn up, we're human beings. God gave us sexual organs for a reason. He wants us to have a good time. I don't think that he doesn't want us to use what he gave us. It's just be responsible. And that's all I'm here to say. So thank y'all again for tuning in. I hope the tea was hot, but not too hot, because we're not here to do all that. We just, having a good time. And yeah, all about education, all about growth and learning, and and being the best versions of ourselves so we can thrive and be who we need to be. Thank y'all so much. I love y'all. Y'all know one thing Renny gonna do is what? Rant about some shit. And I'm glad y'all choose to tune in and listen to me, because I do be having some shit to say. Now, next episode, we're about to, just stay tuned. Stay tuned. And like I said before, if you would like to be a guest on the show, come sit on this couch, talk to me. Whether you want to promote your music, your business, you just want to talk about some stuff, come. We would love to have you. Have a blessed day.